Apec Summit 2022 that is going to take place in Bangkok in November. One of the objectives of this summit is to encourage more open economies between member countries and economies, to reduce barriers and to eliminate complexity of conducting cross-border business. One of the private sector that is responsible for this task is Apec Business Advisory Council, also known as ABAC. Today, we are going to talk with Kriengkrai Thiennukul, the ABAC 2022 chair and the chairman of the Federation of Thai Industries, about the role and responsibility of ABAC in the upcoming APEC 2022.
สวัสดีครับคุณชัย
Thank you for talking with us today. First of all, let me ask you, what is the APEC Business Advisory Council? Why was it established in the first place?
ABAC is the private sector arm of the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation, or APEC. The main mandate of this council is to advise leaders and other APEC officials on issues of interest to business. ABAC also responds to requests from various APEC subgroups for information about the business perspective and specific areas of cooperation.
So, what is the importance of ABAC and what are the main roles, duties and mission of ABAC?
ABAC meets 4 times per year to consolidate recommendations and present these to the APEC leaders in an annual dialogue. This year, we are focusing on the 5 key priorities: regional economic integration, digital, MSMEs and inclusiveness, sustainability, and finance and economics. ABAC representatives also attend senior officers meeting, the annual ministerial meeting, and the sectorial ministerial meeting to report on the recommendations.
So ABAC must work closely with the private sector. What are some of the members of ABAC from private sectors?
ABAC comprises up to 3 members of the private sector from each economy. ABAC members are appointed by their respectively leaders and represent a range of the business sectors, including small and medium enterprise. The economy determines the terms of the membership of each appointee, as well as its own administrative arrangement and staff support.
This year, world economies are facing many challenges, especially when many countries are trying to come back in the post-COVID-19 era. In your opinion, what are some of the things that Thailand must do for our economy to be able to go like before, amid all the changes and disruption that is going on?
We all recognize that this is a time of the major challenges in geopolitics, the economy, from the effects of the pandemic and from the disruptions in the global supply chains. Thai businesses should adopt digital solutions and technological innovations in their businesses and also exposes sustainable practices in line with the global business trend of integration practice to reduce environmental impact and create greater covalence between them that can help create new value and greater competitiveness.
What are some of the things that ABAC proposed at the APEC Summit this year?
Our recommendations aim to promote speedy and sustained recovery and regain the momentum for sustainable, inclusive and resilient growth. We would like APEC to speed up the regional economic recovery and secondly, to regain the momentum for dynamic, sustainable, inclusive and resilient long-term growth. Tackling inflation, food insecurity, restrictions of the movement of the essential goods and services to tackle the pandemic, and the safe reopening of borders to restore economic activity will be key of the speeding up recovery. Regaining the momentum for long-term growth will require actions to address the consequences of the climate change, to further regional economic integration by supporting the global rules-based trading system and accelerating the realizations of the free trade area of the Asia-Pacific or FTAC, to enhance support for MSMEs, including women-owned and indigenous businesses, to foster inclusion and to encourage the faster and wider uptake to digital technologies, and pursue fiscal consolidations and structural reform. All these actions are fundamental to ensure that our region will be seamless, dynamic, resilient, and sustainable, and the place where everyone, including disadvantaged and underserved groups, can enjoy the benefits of opportunity offered by the deeper regional economic integration. But this will require even greater collective leaderships and decisive action from APEC.
Now the APEC summit is very near, but some people still think that the summit is irrelevant to them and it has nothing to do with ordinary people. But actually, the APEC summit has a lot of benefit to the people, right?
As ABAC is a representative of the business community, labor, youth, and indigenous people, we always consider the public interest in making suggestions to the APEC leaders. For instance, we look at opportunities to facilitate trade and investment and the integration into the wider regional market, especially for MSMEs. While for sustainability matters, we focus on the carbon credit and the future food, which may be a new source of income for the people. When cooperations at the policy level is extended to the private sector, the result is ease of doing business internationally. This means an improvement in every business process and innovation, whether it involves starting a business, obtaining credit, or dealing with permits. For example, APEC's regulatory reform in dealing with the construction permit has helped make it easier, cheaper, and faster to build a new plant or the office building. Indeed, APEC ranked among the top of the world